is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey, the woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is a
Gye-Nyame, Bombskin & Co. is the true definition of self-care, self-love, and repeat. We are what we create in this life. Bombskin & Co. chooses to create something innovative and unforgettable. Check out our website for more information.
Spirit Over Flesh LLC is a wellness-based business where we heal through words. I'm Tiandra. I'm the founding servant leader. It is a Black-owned, woman-owned business that was founded in Ohio, but that can serve the world. Through virtual sessions, either by phone or video conference, we have a conversation. We always start with a 15-minute consult where we just make sure that I learn a little bit about you, you learn some about me, and then we schedule some time to be intentional about your wellness journey. During the time, it's about education and empowerment. You are your own best doctor from within. So I'm literally someone who is just intentional in the space and drawing questions out of you to get you further on your wellness journey. Sessions are typically starting at $80, but if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're going to go ahead and take 20% off. It's about getting you well so that we can be well, right? Kujichagulia and Gye-Nyame, collective responsibility. So grateful for the opportunity to support you in your wellness journey. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritoverfleshllc.com. There's a button that says Let's Connect. Fill out the form, and I'll get right back to you. Again, that's spiritoverfleshllc.com. I look forward to supporting you in your wellness journey and healing through words.
Are you heading out of town or have a special occasion? What about birthdays, anniversaries, or reunions? Get the best deals and inexpensive rental car rates, mid-size sedans, compact cars, and more. We have a variety of fleet vehicles to accommodate any and all of your rental car needs. Make a reservation today at your local budget rental car on Hamilton Road in Whitehall. Call 614-863-7500.
Happy Kwanzaa. I'm Carla, and my sister Karen and I own Two Natural Sisters. We've been in business for 5 years, and we sell a line of natural bath, body, and candle products. Let's take a look. Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Two Natural Sisters. All items that are in stock will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours. As a promotional item, we offer a CD of Black romantic poetry of self-love and coupled love, and 50% discount on Sister Locks, Brother Locks by consultant Sapphire Donetta Mahadi. If you have any questions, you can reach us at customercare@twonaturalsisters.com. Enjoy and happy Kwanzaa.
What's going on? My name is Doe. I am the owner and creator of Madeline Jenn. Madeline Jenn is best described as a celebratory art experience that exudes hella blackness. Initially, the company was founded to provide a luxurious but affordable art experience, and it's since transformed itself into something a bit more spiritual. By walking in what I believe to be my truth, I've been able to get in contact with my ancestors and use my platform and my art, my gift, to tell their untold stories. I do that by using different textures, by utilizing different mediums, colors, and just making things pop out so that it's open for interpretation. I love creating, and I can't wait to be of service to you. Thank you.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
The Purpose Driven Society is a Black-owned, woman-owned business local to Columbus who creates accessories that have intentional messaging. Our specialty are buttons. Buttons can be worn anywhere, on a shirt, on a book bag, on a hat. The beautiful thing about buttons is that you can change them and switch it up depending on your mood or the day. For Election Day, we wore a very intentional button. On my book bag, my student's book bag, it says, "You are already intelligent. Educate yourself." Buttons are empowering with the messages that we create. Again, we do them very intentionally. At the Purpose Driven Society, we're minding our Black-owned business and hope that you'll help mind ours too by doing business with us. Our buttons go for $3 for one, $5 for two, $7 for three. But if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're doing a special where you'll get an assortment of buttons for just $20, and we'll ship anywhere in the country. So again, that's the Purpose Driven Society. We can be reached at thepurposedrivensociety@outlook.com. Send us an email, and we will put together a very intentional bag of buttons for you and ship it straight to your home. Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for doing business with us.
Good morning. How y'all doing? Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? I see you out there, Brother Kwame. To announce the fact that we are now releasing our first.
Hope you doing good, man.
Come and learn about Gye-Nyame.
Us and the family out there.
Some of the stuff we do.
We about to have a good time this morning.
With us.
I kind of started on time.
We'll make sure that
got some good news, bad news.
Right about here.
That's life.
So we ain't here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey. And let's build the journey.
FreeGNJEcourse.com. FreeGNJEcourse.com. Let me hurry up and get up off of here.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink.
Take a breath. Take your breath.
Now, grab your glass for some water.
Grab your glass
Lift your pitcher of that water.
or bottle.
Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, move, move, then drink.
Move your body. Move your body.
Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your
Let's
ancestors.
toast.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Lift and pour yourself some water.
Pour.
Move your body, drink some water.
Move it.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces.
Eat a culturally appropriate diet.
Behave. Take your breath.
Come on.
Lift and pour.
You can do it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink up.
Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in.
Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath. Take your breath.
Lift and pour.
Lift it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink.
Come on. Come on.
Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour.
Pour it.
Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink.
What?
Drink your water. Excuse me. Drink, drink.
Water in those
Drink.
vitamins.
Drink your water. Alright, family. So, I had to start the show precisely on time this morning because I'm being picked up for work because I found out that the truck is down. The van is down. Gye-Nyame is down. The Gye-Nyame mobile is down. And let me just tell you about yesterday. So, I couldn't go nowhere yesterday, so I was just stuck. And, I wasn't moping around, but I'm going to chill, cut up a couple of videos so I can make sure I'm staying on schedule as much as I possibly can. And I got a few videos done. And I'm waiting all day to find out about my car because I couldn't even jump it to get it to the shop. So I said, damn, this is going to cost some dough. I already know. It ain't the battery because we got a new battery. Got a brand new battery in the car. So if it's not the battery, it's the alternator or something that goes along with the alternator. And I said, okay. All right, cool. We're going to make it happen. So I call the mechanic. The mechanic is like, dog, Mr. Brown, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. We got you. I ain't been able to make an estimate, but your alternator went out. I said, shit. It's okay. Alternator went out. All right. So I'm calculating in my head. He said, I will call you back and I will give you estimates. So, I'm kind of like, dang, okay, I got to wait. Let me be patient. And Sasha come out. And she like, Daddy, can we walk to the woods? And at first I'm like, no, we can't walk to the woods. And then I thought about it, said, why am I upset with my, it don't make no sense. Yes, Sasha, yeah, I'm sorry. We go to the woods. So I walked my babies over to the woods, and Cleve blessed us with his presence because he usually don't go with us. And they took the bikes, and I was walking. And as we walking, I get the call. And my man called. He said, well, got the estimate for the alternator. And I braced myself, and he told me. And I said, thank God. I said, oh, man, after he gave me the price, because I got it. I said, I got it. I said, oh, man, I mean, I said, I don't want to sound happy. He said, I understand. Blah, 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 so, because they always hook me up, and I don't never have to go back in because something was wrong, and then if it is something wrong, they knock it out real quick. They have been keeping my cars running for like the last 5 to 6 years. It's AAMCO over on Cleveland Avenue. They do good quality work and use quality parts and get the shit done. So I'm like, all right, cool, all right, boom. I could do it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm feeling a little bit better. I got a little bit lifted off my chest. So, and this is how the ancestors work. So, my wife pulled up, so I used her car real quick. And Sasha ran out the house. Can I go with you? And usually I'm like, no, because all right, cool, I'm around young people all the time. I said, well, cool. Yeah, Sasha, come on, you go with me. So Sasha, of course, comes out and she leaves her car because those that know they got their own cars, because I'm trying to make sure that they know how to deal with money, and I try to make sure she know, or my children know, that you don't have to spend money. You do know that, right? So the word that they learned last couple of weeks was portfolio. So they start building their own portfolio. I'm telling them to go on and research companies, and even though they don't, Cleve is getting a little bit more into it than the girls. I'm like, you buy companies that you use and you invest over the long run, right? So I said, all right, cool. Now, y'all know what the word portfolio is, and y'all know what y'all portfolio is now, right? Now, the new word I gave them yesterday, I said the new word that I want you to learn is dividends, right? So Cleve, use it in the sentence. I said, all right, cool. My company paid me, a company I invested in paid me a dividend. So I explained to Cleve what it was. The girls wasn't paying that much attention. But one of the things that you have to know about our children, family, is that they do a lot of passive learning. A lot of stuff that they get is not from direct learning. It's from passive learning. If you reflect on your own coming up or your own upbringing, a lot of habits and a lot of the skills and a lot of things that you picked up passively. So don't get frustrated with your young people if they're not in your mouth in awe of your intelligence and your wisdom, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to execute on what you want your children to do. So I'm checking my portfolio. I'm not just telling them that they need to have a portfolio. I let them see my portfolio, right? I let them see mail for stuff that I've been investing in for years, or on and off for years and stuff like that. So boom, this is something that I've been doing so they can learn it passively. So don't be frustrated by that. So I get a call yesterday. Now, this is all, because I'm like, I wasn't at work. So a brother from, one of the Gye-Nyame men, you know what I'm saying? The few that they are. That's why storytelling, and Brother Kwame say that's why storytelling is vitally important. So I get a call from one of the Gye-Nyame brothers. He like, yo, bruh, I was talking to somebody, and they talking about throwing a Juneteenth in Cleveland. And I thought about it, and I said, hey, if you need somebody to help you with doing a virtual Juneteenth, hell, you need to go on a contract with Brother Shamar. You know what I'm saying? Gye-Nyame, we do that, so boom, boom, boom. So he because it's like after this conference that we just did, things started falling together, right? So it's like boom, 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 because he's seeing it now. Then he hear about the 450, which is low on the low end, because, you know, after doing some more research, even the $430 an hour is on the low end for all of the stuff that Gye-Nyame is able to do. So he's talking to me about this, right? And he's like, yo, man, statewide, boom, boom, boom. So I'm telling him what we got planned, you know, and how with some of these festivals we may have to rethink it because of the cost, right? Because of the cost. He said, well, that ain't nothing but us finding sponsors and blah, blah, blah. But I said, we need somebody that's able to do stuff like that, or we're able to partner with organizations to do stuff like that. He said, all right, you know, shit. We'll talk a little bit more about this. So his mind is clicking on this now, on these cultural stabilizing holidays now, because they are possible, and because we're moving into a new age, it brings a possibility, more possibilities for us, because we have been preparing and doing stuff like this, streaming every day. So you know, we having a conversation, and while I'm having a conversation with him, you know, because I got this car payment, this issue with the car, you know, and like I said, I could do it. I get another call from one of my sons, one of my grown sons. He's like, Pops, where you at? I'm like, no, I'm talking to this brother, and one of my sons calls, so I don't click over, and my son texts me. He said, Pops, hit me up, because I want to drop some bread on you. I said, what? So I text him back. I said, I'll call you after I get off the phone. I'm on the phone with one of your uncles and shit. So I'm texting him back. He said, Pops, where you at? I said, I said, all right, cool. I said, listen, I'm riding in the car with Sasha right now. And me and your little sister, we gonna come up and chill with you for a second. So we'll ride up there, and he dropped some dough on me. I'm sitting up here like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up here like, the ancestors work. It's just a matter of being patient, and being and knowing, right, that regardless is going to, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, the universe, the creator, the ancestors is going to work to make sure that you're able to continue doing what you do. You understand what I'm saying? Going in, like I said, because like I said, I have dedicated myself to doing this every day. You know what I'm saying? We stream at least once a day here at Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And I'm saying we, right? Because when I come up here, it's not a I, it's a we. I'm representing a we. I'm representing something bigger than myself. So we get up here every morning and we salute our ancestors, right? And a lot of people don't understand it, but it's sort of like some of the prayer circles that some of y'all or some other people may out there have. It's something, is a devotional aspect of what we do, because we understand that, hell for us is not fire and brimstone. It's being forgotten. So we strive to remember those who had a direct impact on who we are today and what we do today. This is part of our tradition. This has been part of our tradition for a long time. We may have forgot, we may have been sidetracked, but we are now in the process of culturally remembering who we are. As Brother Kwame said yesterday, we are in a cultural war. A cultural war, because people need for us to forget who and what we are so that they could take advantage. You take advantage of someone when they don't know who they are. That's the only way you could take advantage of them. When they don't know who they are, when they don't know their value. And as we start to grow as a tribe, and we start to grow as extended tribes and extended families, and we start to really master things, we are really coming into the light of understanding who we are and being able to understand our value and what we could bring to the world. And with that, we are able to build success. We are able to create jobs or create opportunities, even if we can't directly see, because this is let me just share with you how powerful this is, right? Gye-Nyame, just what we're doing in our small little pocket. Me doing what I'm doing every day. Kwame doing what he doing every day. Sister Tracy doing what she doing every day. Brother Devin doing what he doing every day. Young Tykees doing what he doing every day. Cleveland doing what he doing every day. Navita doing what she do every day. Us learning and doing and following this path has made it possible, right? In the short time that we've been doing this, for many of us to operate in this space in a full-time manner. I won't go any deeper than that. And I got some other shit that I have to make click so that I could get somebody else straightened out. And I'm working on that as we speak, or better yet, the ancestors is working on that as we speak. Right? Family, when you find what it is that you were built for, that you chose to come in for, because in Gye-Nyame we talk about, because a lot of people be like, well, I didn't choose to be born. One of the pieces that I try to break down to people in Gye-Nyame is that in a sense you did. You did. You chose. You chose your parents. You chose the bloodline you was coming through. This is the bloodline that you have been in since the beginning of time. You chose this moment. Why did you choose this moment? Why did you choose the challenges that come in? Because that gives you, listen, this gives you power when you understand this. I chose this. Why did I choose this? Why would I choose this fucked up life? Why would I choose this fucked up situation to come into? Why? If I chose. Then when you start asking yourself the questions, you can start understanding the opportunities around you. Because greatness, right? Because one of the, and I'm going to have to send this out to all those that are supporting us. And I sent it out before. But one of the first, I'm old. One of the first, it was a CD, one of the first CDs that I produced at Kid Magic Studio is called Why Self-Mastery. And in that story, and even in some of the first writings, I talk about the beauty of the lotus flower, how that type of flower grows in swampy areas, swampy, messy, dirty areas, how these beautiful flowers push up through mud and muck, and are so beautiful that they stand out. They push up through all this junk and open up as a beautiful flower in the midst of all this nastiness. And that's what we are. We're those beautiful flowers that have been surrounded by mud, muck, adversity, challenges, and we are that. We're pushing up through, and we're going to open up and catch that sun, and we're going to attract those insects that we need, or those beings that we need to carry on our seeds to other places. That's what a lot of people don't understand, family. You have to apply yourself where you are. You have to ask yourself those probing questions. Move past your pain, you know what I'm saying, and realize, damn, some of these pains, not even some of them, but you chose this life. And when you can embrace the fact that you chose this life, it makes it easier for you to make sense out of it, because you no longer become a victim, you become a victor in it, because it's like, boom, if we say we are a generational people and we know we come back through our bloodline, generation after generation after generation after generation, we are choosing to come here. Why did we choose this time? I can't do nothing about what happened. I can't do nothing about the past, because I know that what I did in the past, what my ancestors did in the past, set me up for this moment, set me up to be empowered in this moment so that I can move forward with force. Of course, the lotus and why its role was so important in Kemetic life and even in restoring to life. Right? Yeah, I stole it from the Kemites. I'm sorry, Kwame. But hey, but the point that I'm trying to make is this, right? when we operate in purpose and on purpose, right? And when we are actualizing our gifts and utilizing our principles, we become an unstoppable force. Unstoppable. And I'm promising, for those of you that's been with me on this program, we have not even scratched the surface of what we are able to do and create. We haven't even scratched the surface. I mean that's how deep. We haven't even scratched the surface of what we're able to do. This is why it gets so frustrating for me sometimes, because I'm like, damn, I'm sitting and I'm listening and I'm studying and I'm seeing that there's other people doing similar things, not doing what we do, doing similar things. And they don't even have to attach themselves to other organizations. They are just able to produce and employ. And we're going to get there. Actualizing the practical application of African wisdom. As my Margarita would say, we will win. Yeah, as long as we're in the game. Shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are sitting on the sideline. But hey, it's time for the toast. First off, I want to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Thank you, Anime. I am your host, Brother Hatim. And of course you know that this is the Daily Toast and that this is a Heart of a Simba production. All day, every day, where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Gotta blow them up. All right, so let me go. Oh, my God. Uh-oh. We got us some live ambrosia. It was popped off the court. All right. So I'm not going to use you because you tripping. But let's go on with this one. This is one of those old and young mixes. Mixes. So we're going to go on and pour a little bit of that. Maybe I should have just turned it over just a little bit. But I didn't. I'll do that for next time. You stick in there. All right. Hang in there. All right. So we're going to lift up our glass, of course. Let me make sure I sent out everything. All right. I mean, family, when we send out these emails, the open rate is good, family. And it's like, and like I said, as we start getting more people, as I start mastering my aspect of what we do as far as the social media and the streaming, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm applying and I'm learning to look at the numbers. I'm learning to see where, you know what I'm saying, where we could do stuff. And where to apply pressure. I don't like using the term, but I guess we'll apply effort. Where to shoot the effort. See, because one of the issues that we run into is that as Gye-Nyame, sometimes we get so spread out. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like I have community-minded individuals around me. So what starts to happen is that we are doing so much for so many people, not realizing because this has plagued me for years. We do so much in so many places for so many people and so many groups that we don't realize that by us spreading ourselves so thin, we are not able to actualize on the things that we need to do. Because this is what I'm gonna say, and I want y'all to think about this, and I want the family to think about this. I want you to think about this in your life. When you spread out and you're doing so many different things, it does not give you time to do the one thing that catapulted our people into greatness. See, because we got to understand there is a direct link to the rise of our people and mastery. You say, well, that's with everybody. I'm not concerned about everybody. We had a mastery culture. We had a culture that strove to create masters. What is a master? A master is someone who has applied their skills and their time to being precise and skilled at one thing. Now, but Brother Hatim, isn't that very limited? Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Do you want a general surgeon to operate on your brain? Somebody that's just general? Or do you want somebody that's a focused brain surgeon to work on that? You know what I'm saying? If you're taking your car and you need your transmission fixed, do you want a general mechanic or do you want a specialist that's good at fixing, reconstructing, and putting in your transmission? Right? Mastery, right? It's masters that enabled us to move. But what enabled the masters? What enabled us to develop the master culture? That because it's different level. How can I put it? When we got good enough at gathering food, see, and being able to protect our space, because you always hear me talk about this. When we became good enough at gathering food, whether it was through farming, whether it was through hunting, whatever society, you can look at all of the many different ways we did it in Africa and all over the world. When we got good enough at being able to provide food, it gave individuals time to become masters. See, because I'm able to protect the space, we got people that's able to protect the space. We got that's able to provide enough sustenance for us to survive. It gave individuals time to think, space and time to think. You need both of those. You need space and time. They go hand in hand. You need both of them. Space, a space that is ours, that we can go and build on. And from there, that individual was able to create something that was able to make life better for other people, which provided more space and more time for somebody else to create something else. You understand what I'm saying? Mastery. From mastery, we are able to create different things to take advantage of our space and our time. The only way we was able to build pyramids or temples or anything like that in Kemet or anywhere else, walls, whatever you want to talk about as building, was because we had the space and the time to build it. You don't build on a place that you're renting. You don't build on a space that you're renting. You build on a space that you control and that's yours. And you can't build on a space, even if you had a space, if you don't have the time. Mastery enables you to be able to, in a sense, harness that space and that time and create something. But you always need other people doing things where that connects so that you will be able to have that time to do that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to keep it moving. So first off, we're going to lift up our glass. We're going to salute the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we say the word of power around here. The word of power around here in these parts. I don't know what they are in your parts, but whatever they are, when we call it, you say your word of power. Our word of power and our word of salute is Ashe. And we lift it up and we say Ashe. From near family. Very simple journey. We're going to jump right over. To our list of our ancestors. We lift up our glass to our ancestors. We're going to jump into our list, and I'm getting a little bit more proficient with it. I haven't reached the level of mastery yet, right? With it, we haven't hit our 10,000 times. We had 5 years. They say it take about 10 years for mastery, but by that time the list is going to be even longer. So All right, here we go. We got Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert and Tex, Anna Davis, Herm Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Gaston, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Two-Eggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, Normal X, Pet Maha Rob, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bell Mars, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Dagel Pullian, Deluxe Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley C, Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lance Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, May Franklin, Jimmy William, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Ritterman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Dale Hodge, Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Milton Copeland, Jenny Clay, Burt Beatty, Sel Welly, Vita Farmer, Ago Sosu, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Nada Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther, Keishla Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Spell, Slimmy, Seven Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Moorman, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, May Chavez, Leon Grace, Betsy Johnson, Andy Vester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Adam Ted Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Phoenix Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amica Russ, Delee Marnares, Gina Ruth Jones, Janet Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robson, Glass Johnson, Bellamy Clark, John May Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Elise Waters, DePretis Hines, Anna Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scatterberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., William Johnson, Will Belongmeyer, Eda Candy, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Member Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingles, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingles, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Gray G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Ward Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hallie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Shat Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Fred Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Nidhi Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cobra, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston. Houston. All right. Oh, fell into the zone. My mind went blank for a second. Erlington, Houston. Let me show you where we made it to. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. All right, we're somewhere down in here. I got to find it. So I know we went past Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Avis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington, Houston, right here. We made it to right here. All right, so we almost got it. We moving down the list, family. We moving down that list. Arlington, Houston led Oz. Oh, I should have known that. All right. Arlington, Houston led Oz, Elijah Oz, Jerome Oz, in West Staten, Joe Jamel Oz, and Pierce down to Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Lower Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, where we at? I lost my place again. I was going off the memory. Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Muriel Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easy, Rashawn Easy, Javan McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekel Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward Business Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lloyd Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Albert, Madeline Crawford, George Swan, Imani Gracie, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Evers, McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We move to the Black Book, and we have Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, John Tapor, Lonnie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton, Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jepson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quay Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Francis. All right. I was about to say it. Elizabeth Johnson, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jashandra Nanette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. II, Fannie Ann Webb, Dan Walton, Al Lauty Suits Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Warren, Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Jessica Carl White, Desi Woods, Taylor Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Wester, Alice Wester, Ivy Wester, Nella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Grace, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James Lizzie Winston, Ava Julia Lawrence, Joselle Leather Sr., Gladys Coper, Olazelle Leather Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth to Don, Saber Winston, Chris Kenny, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanette Florine Seth Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jenny Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Riesling, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Gill, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Pam Johnson, Vera and Reese Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, also known as Mama Moon, Sheila Ann Lee, Penchita Alba, Donna Brooks, Barbara Moses, Ida Spate, Era Branson, Eric Winston, Dan Bridges, Francisco Matisse, also known as Sonny. We got Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant, Sarah Keaton, Leonard Shepard, Brett L. Willard, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson, William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlize Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilford, Frederick Smith, James and Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson, Irene Harris, Kelly Williams, Abu Scales, Pat Williams, Mrs. Bertha Walker, Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, Tracy Emery, Hassan Abdul Razak, and Vivian Johnson. Family, we have done it again. We lift up our glass and we salute each and every last one of our ancestors. And with that, we give the word of power, Ashe. From there, family, we move to the present moment. I'm going to give all of the Kujichagulia born a round of applause. It's your day. I am a Kuji born, man. I'm a proud Kuji born. Man, and does that principle define me? Good God Almighty. But anyway, right? So I'm Kuji born, and it's easy to find out which principle you was born under. It gives you some ideas about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Along with all of the other research that you're doing, all the systems at the root. When you go to the root, all of them come from us. But now we got one that is directly connected to us as a people. Directly, right? You ain't got to go through West Asia. You ain't got to go through the Mediterranean type. That is still available, that was basically preserved by our West African cousins, right? Got day names, and these day names, if you read about these day names, you will be surprised how close they come to helping describe some of the things that you do and that you are interested in on your day. And you can read all the other days and be like, nah. But then you hit yours and you be like, you know what I'm saying? Mine's got to the point where, and I know, because my baby is, my Miss Gina is a Kuji baby. And one of the things that it points out in Kuji's life is, in order for you to, in a sense, get moved in the proper direction, something tragic has to happen sometime. And, and I had to think back in my life, and I was like, I didn't have to think that far. I was like, damn. Not that tragedy only happened in Kujichagulia. So, but I'm just pointing it out. But when it said that, I was like, oh man, we on to something here. This is something. And something that we all need to learn, and we know all need to use. So to get an introduction to that, I invite you to check out our free e-course. Check out our free e-course. And this also will plug you into our email. Now, as we start moving and doing different things, we're going to have special things that are going to be coming to people over the email. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to have, Kwame got some interviews. I got some ideas. And, of course, I've already shared some of my content, but we're going to get I want to start working on getting some exclusive content for those who, are participating with us and that are on our email list, right? To kind of, just as a thank you. I'm constantly thanking you. I'm already sending y'all daily emails, so I want to be able to start enhancing what I send you. You understand what I'm saying? Make it a little bit more powerful. Make it a little bit, every now and then, a surprise, so that you be like, all right, cool. I see your Gye-Nyame journey. I see ya. Right? But anyway, today we are on Kujichagulia, and as I ask you every day, I need you to open up your reticular formation. I need you to seek out your principle, because each day is a principle, and we have conquered our time. We are taking back our time. The next piece is start taking back our space. We already got people working on that piece right there, but we have taken back our time. We no longer use the regular days of the week that everybody else is using. They can have what they have. What we have is our principles, and this is what we stand on. So every day is named after a principle. Why? Because it plugs directly into our culture, and it reminds us. So at least once a day, you're hearing your principles. Some of us are hearing it 5 times a day. Some of us will hear it 20 times a day. And if we keep on pushing it, in a minute, thousands of people. What's going to happen when we got thousands of people using this system, and we are hearing our principles? We are going to start posting according to the. I'm telling you, I'm just a future, just something coming in the future. People are going to be hashtagging the day, and they are going to be posting content that relates directly to that principle. Why? Because we, a small group here, said, fuck it, we taking over the week. I ain't got no time. Well, I ain't got time to wait for some type of Black National Congress to come together and be, no, we can start right now. Today is Kujichagulia. We have declared it, and so shall it be. Ashe. Now, for those that don't speak the language, Kujichagulia means self-determination. I found a video that's perfect for, I'm going to try to find this video and repost it up on my time. Beautiful video that shows self-determination, or shows Kujichagulia. The modern principle of the day is justice, if you prefer the principles of Mayat. Indigo is the color. I usually use dark blue or black, as you can see on the Daily Toaster screen, or that ain't even the Daily Toaster screen. That's the Drink Your Water screen. Let me get to the Daily Toast screen. Shame on you, Brother Tim. Shame on you. And correspondence is the Hermetic law, which is a whole nother discussion. We're going to have a private discussion. We might need to set up a class where we could discuss each one of these days. Have a fast coming up, too. And I'm going to take some time off because I'm not going to be able to do what I do and still maintain that fast. We got, and I'm going to be fasting on, I'm going to be having these super powered whole foods, in capsule as supplements that I'm going to be taking to help clean out my body, help move my process forward. We got male name for the day is Kwabna, female name is Abina. So we lift up our glass recognizing our power in the now, our power in this moment. We lift it up because so we have gifted ourselves and our ancestors have gifted us with the now. The question that we all have to wrestle with is, what are we going to do with it? Are you wasting sacred moments? Because these moments were squeezed out. Because I want y'all to understand that the end goal of slavery is destruction of a people. You were supposed to either be absorbed totally or destroyed. But your ancestors saw fit for your dark ass. Because for most of us, we're dark and we're different. Your ancestors fought for your space. When people come in and conquer, the goal is total annihilation by the end of the process. I'm assimilating you into me, which means you become part of me. Now, mentally, we have become, but physically, our ancestors are holding on. So please understand that this moment you have is sacred, and it truly is a gift for you to exist, and for you to waste it is almost the same. And we say we're standing on the shoulders of our ancestors, but some of y'all standing on the shoulders and peeing on our ancestors with how you do your moments. Not realizing that the time that you are wasting is time that you are losing, that you could be established in our space and time so we could get back to our mastery culture. You could be taking that few minutes you have and learning something off of YouTube, or reading an ebook, or going out and buying an actual book, or doing some work with a friend, or doing some self-mastery training, or learning about your principles, or learning about your history, and learning to apply that shit right now today. But like I said, we have a small audience, and I know why we got a small audience, family. Because our story doesn't fit in with the main narrative, right? The main narrative is that you are supposed to be a servant. The main narrative is for you to serve others. And when I say serve others, I'm not talking about the same service that I'm talking about when we working for our community. Serve others outside of us. That is the goal for you. That's the narrative. And since what we're talking about doesn't fit into that narrative, we don't touch people's heartstrings in the way that a lot of us think we should. And I'm cool with that. I'll take the small audience. I'll take the small active over the large inactive any day. As one of the proverbs say, an army of lions led by sheep. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway, Brother Kwame said resistance is futile. You know, and I'll be one of those few, Ty. That's why we call ourselves the stubborn minority, is it not? Because it's a stubborn minority that changes shit. I'm just letting y'all know. So we lift our glass up to this moment and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Very simple journey from the present moment. We move to our future generations. We lift up our glass. We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We toast them in advance and we say, Ashe. From there, where do we go? 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 Very simple journey. We're going to move from there to all of our relations, and we lift up our glass, we salute all our relations, and we say, Ashe. I'm digesting. My body is just digesting all those. Y'all see, I take all those pills before this, right? I got to re-up for my fast. So if somebody out there that's listening, text me, remind me, Brother Hatim, you need to re-up. I got to re-up on my vitamins and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to re-up. And my drink. This is the drink right here. Hold on. So I drink this a half an hour after. This is once again, that's that power shake, a meal replacement, right? With Purium. And I'm pushing this with my fast, but now this one, what I did was, of course, I added some ambrosia. So, you know, I can't wait. You see it iced down, it's dripping with water. It's iced down. This is gonna be my first meal of the day, right? Outside of the pills. But anyway, we lifting up our glass. Move from we toasting all of our relations. We say Ashe. From all of our relations, we lifting up all those who might need some balanced energy coming their way. Those that are suffering, those that are grieving, we want to keep them in mind. You know what I'm saying? Many of us got families that are attached to us that, you know what I'm saying, that they have some real struggles, and we want to lift them up. We want to lift them up. We want to send them energy, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move. And we move to that selfish toast. This is for you. Those of you out there doing that work, those of you out there taking advantage of your moment, right? Fill up your glass so that you have enough to help others. What is it that you need right now to move towards mass? So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, move forward. And we move and we're going to lift up our tribe. My tribe is Gye-Nyame. Who is your accountability group? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not because one of the things that you got to come out your silo. We got many people who have been developing expertise, but they've been doing it all in their mind. You got to come out your silo and you got to start either building your tribe or finding your tribe. Right? Because we are social beings. We are a tribal people. So we need to be able to surround ourselves with like-minded people. Not everybody thinking exactly alike, but we all agree on principles and things. We got basic principles that we share, basic values that we share. Bringing our talents and our skills into those circles so that we can move as a group, so that you got support. Right? See, because once again, people talking about the wealth in the black community is not wealth. We just got we got money. We got rich. And this is what I mean. Because rich can be taken from you. Wealth is generational. Why is wealth generational? Because wealth belongs to a group. And you say, well, what about the Carnegies or what about the Rockefellers? You got to understand there are a community of families that those groups have built around themselves that, in a sense, they are able to work together to maintain the wealth. Why? Because the wealth from the Carnegies benefit different groups around. So they try to make sure that the Carnegies stay on, because if the Carnegies fall off, so do they. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with the Rockefellers. It's other families that you don't hear. You only hear the Rockefeller name, but there's other families that benefited from the Rockefellers' rise and them maintaining their wealth. And if the Rockefellers fall off, so do they. We got to understand, family, everybody else is playing a team sport. You trying to do it by yourself. And what I always say, and what you hear on my commercial, and I keep on playing, I'll probably be playing it 20 years from now. A individual, a person without a tribe is prey. So go on, earn all your money. Earn all your money and operate as an individual. I'm guaranteeing that your children might not even be able to touch your money because they're going to get it. Just letting you know. Rockefellers built mechanisms around themselves to maintain their wealth, which means they built tribes to protect their shit. Not only, they got their tribe, and then they got tribes that around their tribes to protect their tribes. So they got all types of different talents coming together and working together. Please understand the science. It ain't simple. I want y'all to think about this. Rockefeller avoided the United States Congress for damn near, probably longer than a year. They was trying to find him and serve him with a warrant, and he kept moving and kept disappearing. How did he know? How did he know that they was coming? How did he know? How did he avoid that shit? And phones wasn't as prevalent as now. He always knew when it was coming. He was always able to avoid them, and he was doing that to stall so that he could make sure. Let me say this: he had other people working for him that was setting things in place that when he set out and did what the United States government was demanding him to do, that he would benefit even more than what he had at that point in time. Come on, family. Hustle, recognize hustle. I'm just trying to let y'all know it was tribes, groups of individuals. So lift up your tribe, family. Who your accountability group? Who you building with? Who you running with? Who you living with? And is it something that's bigger than you? Because if not, you pray. Lifting up the glass, saluting the tribe. My tribe is Gye-Nyame. I lift you up. We say, Ashe. Ned family. We get to the final part of the toast, and we lift up. We lift up. Who we lifting up right now, Brother Hatim? I'm lifting up you, right? The most beautiful, most intelligent, wisest, bravest individual in the room right now. I'm lifting up my glass to you, and with that we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Oh, the old with the new ain't that bad. All right, so we got a few little news clips, and we're going to get through it. I got to get ready. Oh, snap. What's going on with my stream? Oh, Lord, my stream is falling off. But anyway. All right. So, I was listening to Jordan Peterson the other day, and I was going to drop some of that, but I ain't going to do that. It says 0 kilobits. So my stream is falling all the way off. So I'm going to need to push record on here because my stream is acting crazy. So I'm going to record this right now, and let's see. Now, so one of the things that I picked up from Jordan Peterson is that we lift how we traditionally do it. We lift individuals who are great. And somehow we have mixed up people who are great with people who are powerful. We have started giving power to people who are not great, which is part of the breakdown in our society, right? Because a lot of people that are in power, you know what I'm saying, they're not great. And and why am I bringing this up? Because for a long time, we considered power, like, for example, we think that, and most of us in our professional experience know that it's not the biggest and the toughest that run situations, even in violent endeavors. When you're dealing with gangs, yes, and in some of them you have the biggest brute that might be running things, whether we're talking about the mafia or we're talking about, but usually what you have is you have what they would call a meritocracy. Okay, cool. It seems like a meritocracy. And what do I mean? Because we know that oftentimes people not only respect your physical abilities, but they realize the importance of your mental abilities. Right? This is what we're talking about with tribe. So when we're talking tribe family, you often find when you're dealing with real people with principles, that is not always the strongest and the fastest that's running the organization or that's running the group. What you often find is the one that's able to make peace, the one that's able to broker deals between members that might be in conflict, the individual that's able to think, but yes, he still can get active, or she can still get active, right? Somewhere along the line, we have connected physical prowess with leadership. And family, that has not been our tradition. We keep buying into myths that have been created not for you. Not for you. Right? Because people are like, well, yeah, that's the way it is in West Station. In West Station, I will argue that point. I would argue that point. I'm just saying, and this is why I'm arguing that point. Because there's no way that they would have been able to do what they did if that was the case. They had thinkers at the table, family. And they show you this in their mythology. The greatest warrior, in their myths, we look at the greatest warrior in their mythic history was, what was that boy's name? Brad Pitt played him in a movie. He could only be killed if you shot him in his heel. Achilles. Achilles was the best and the strongest warrior. But he wasn't a general. Odysseus was the general. Why? Because he was the most craftiest. Because he was the one that they sent to go get Achilles, because Achilles was refusing to go to war. Now, I don't know whether the movie or whatever, depending on what version you have, either he had beef with the king or he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want to go to war. So they sent they sent Odysseus to get him. Same thing with Odysseus. They had to send somebody that could outsmart Odysseus to get him to come to battle. So there has always been a recognition of wisdom and strategic mastery. And somewhere along the lines, we keep losing this. And we think that this comes, and this is part of the issue. We think that this wisdom comes from an individual. What it comes from is the conversation that brilliant people have amongst themselves. When you're able to bounce your ideas off of other people and see if it's a sound idea, and have somebody add a little piece and somebody else add, and by the time y'all get done, you have a beautiful piece, and that one representative is able to come out, and that is who people recognize as the leader. Everybody else is cool with it, right? Because I want you to understand, if you look at Edison, you look at Rockefeller, you look at Carnegie, they went They wasn't coming up with that shit. They had tribe. They had brain trust that they were able to sit in the room with and represent the ideas that they came up with, or help them find the loopholes that they was able to get through. And this is how we have to build as family. This is how we have to build as tribe. Because everyone is understanding that life is a team sport. Let me say that again. Everybody else is understanding that life is a team sport. Because if life was about individualism, then individuals would have been able to range from where we were at the beginning of civilization to where we are now. No individuals rose like that. Groups came out of that. Family. Individuals didn't build Kemet. Groups built Kemet. Individuals didn't build Babylon. Groups built Babylon. That wasn't an individual. So the indoctrination that you're receiving is stopping you from moving towards your greatness. Why? Because you think that you got to be able to do everything, that you got to know everything, that you got to have the quickest comeback for everything. That is not how nations are built. That is not how businesses are built. That is not how. So I'm just going to stop right there. Let me see what we got in the news. You know, I don't want to get up on my, y'all know how Brother High Tim could get. Y'all know how Brother High Tim could get. We're going to move to the news. I'm going to say that little piece and cut it out and post it up. I'm a content creator. Content creator. Let's see. Let's go to the news for the day. All right. I got this piece coming up. Those of you that follow us on a regular basis, y'all already saw this. I did this on, I think it was Imani. I'm going to restream it. But, you know, those that want to take time, because I just cut that video part out and I saved it. Here is a simple method of investing. Become a millionaire with $500 a month, right? You know what I'm saying? I know $500 a month sounds like a lot, but what if you was to just do 100? What if you was to just do $50 a month over 30 years? What if we was to have these type of conversations with some of our young people? Because some of us might think that we might be too far gone, but we could at least have these conversations with our young people, whether they take the advice or not. You know what I'm saying? Because Doc used to, you know, Dr. Kelsey used to have talks with us about this. Doc used to say stuff to me that I didn't get until I was in my 30s to about 35. I was 35 years old when I realized what Doc was talking about. So, because Doc used to say stuff to me, he say, you want a car? I said, yep, I want a car, sir. I want a car. You gonna get credit to get the car? I said, I don't like credit, sir. He said, good. Let me help you out. I say, look, put to the side every month a car payment. I say, but I need the money. Say, you find a way. Put the money to the side for like a car payment so that you could buy your car outright rather than always having that debt. He used to talk to us about investing. And we got to have conversations because you might not, you know, the one that you want to get it might not get it. But the one that's passively learning, I'm trying to tell you, family, those passive learners are cold because they act like they ain't listening. And you take your eye off them for 3 years, they come back, and it's incredible. But that's a picture of the microbiome over there in the IT Get Healthy, the microbiome and glyphosate. I'm thinking all the time, thinking about my health. That's one of my TikToks. Y'all can go and check it out. I'm just talking about the supplements that I'm taking. Folktale for grown folks. Here we go. TikTok 777. Brilliant. This one might offend some people, so go and check it out. Might even get my thing taken down, but I thought it was entertaining.
White people love commenting on how articulate, well-spoken, and intelligent I am, but what they don't realize is that I simply mastered code switching at an early age as a survival mechanism when operating white spaces.
I'm every nigga, they're all in me.
White people love commenting on how articulate, well-spoken, and
very entertaining, very well said, and a little humor at the end. This is Siete Says. I think her name is Siete Says 777. If you on, if you are on, what is it, TikTok? Go and follow that young lady. Pretty, that was good. That was good. Well spoken too. That's Brother Hatim proverb of the day. Skip all that. True history of African Americans between 1619 and 2019 threatens whiteness. This is pre-COVID, but it's still good. Check it out. But family, look, I gotta go because I got a ride coming. I don't want to keep them waiting, so I'm going to go and finish getting ready for the day. I want to thank you for taking time to join us here at Gye-Nyame Journey. It is always a pleasure to serve you. I am out.